Certainly Governor Warner and I have really enjoyed the opportunity to co-chair the summit. And I think from our perspective, as we pull things together, the summit has certainly been a terrific success. And we very much want to thank all of you from a standpoint of your time, your thoughts, and your passion to make it happen. I think throughout yesterday and today, we clearly heard a case that nobody can deny, that we are in a crisis, that our world position in providing quality education is slipping and is likely to keep slipping if we allow the status quo to continue, that we have to reverse this trend, or the United States runs the risk of not only becoming a declining power, but some fear a second-tier power sooner than what we might think. And we only had to listen to those statistics about the number of graduates coming out of China and India and other countries to realize that the achievement gap we've all been talking about the last few summits was pretty myopic. That it was our achievement gap within our confined system. But we need to now worry about the achievement gap on a worldwide basis. And that's quite a change in perspective, I think, from just a few years ago. And I think that we've all concluded now that maintaining the status quo isn't going to work, nor is just putting more money at the status quo going to work. Money may be a necessary ingredient to the solutions, but it in and of itself is not going to get us there. And I've been really pleased that we walked through a lot of the solutions, and they're not that complicated if we can just get out and worry about the execution of them. Yes, we have to keep higher public awareness in front of everybody. That's actually part of the solution. Be sure that people know that there really is a crisis. We also need to be willing to understand that the standards have to be raised, that the high school diplomas have to be meaningful. The kids have to know it's important, and the parents, and make that happen, and that diploma really reflects the skills that we need to have them be successful as either employees or citizenry in the United States. That we have to be willing to innovate and redesign our system, particularly our high schools. Again, that's something I think we heard a lot about. That the whole theme of education is not about K through 12 anymore. It's clearly the lifelong living, from P, and however we want to define P at birth, I think, basically on through adult education. We heard that helping our teachers and principals and other educators obtain the necessary skills is required. Again, we can't have a profession stuck in the past and expect them to perform into the future. We have to help everybody come along. That there's a big responsibility on the part of students and parents, and that we do have to make all of these activities relevant and rigorous for them, and they will step up to the plate. Every research piece I've seen said, if you tell the kids the bar is here, they will get there. You tell them the bar is here, they will get there. And we've been afraid to consistently put the bar up as high as we probably need to do. And I think we've also figured out that just maintaining dogged determination is absolutely critical through here. I know when I first got involved in working on education, I was told it was a multi-decade journey, and for me it's already proven to be multi-decades, and we just have to stick with it. It doesn't fix in one summit, it doesn't fix in one afternoon. It's something we have to do day in and day out. But it's really great that we've brought together everybody, and I think now the follow-through things we heard today about the American Diploma Project and the network that's coming out of that. 13 states now getting together. That is far more substance coming out of a summit than we had going back two or three summits ago when we decided to move forward on national standards and movements or in outcome-based education. There it was kind of, well, maybe one or two might get started, and let's hope we get some more. Here you've got 13 coming out of the blocks with significant funding coming through some generous foundations and others to make this thing happen. And I think what's very important for many of the governors here that have not had the advance information to be able to sign up is please go back to your states, take a look at this, and see if it doesn't make sense for you. See if you can't get joined into that network as soon as you possibly can. I think it will be a great thing for all the states that get there. I'd like to just briefly close on a couple of thoughts. One, again, thanks for all of the people that brought this together. The staffs did a terrific job from both Achieve and the NGA. Thank you all very much Also, thanks for the support, in addition to those organizations, from the business roundtables and the Hunt Institute and the Education Commission of the states. It's now time for us to go back into our states and try to make all this happen. For the governors, I mean, you have the advantage for all of us that you are the leaders, and everyone's going to be looking to you. So you have tremendous power from that position of leadership, and very importantly, the bully pulpits that you can speak from. Yeah, you may not control every resource and every constituency in your states, but everybody is going to look to the governor to be the leader in education. And I certainly hope that you use that bully pulpit wisely. For the business community, and I think Art mentioned that very, very well, we are here to do whatever ground cover we can do for the governors and others to help keep this issue in front of the people and to try to make it something very important. We have the capability to let that information to all of our employees throughout the areas. We have the potential to make that important information for our customers and others that we interact with. And certainly I hope that the national as well as the state business roundtables get behind this and really try to keep this at a key agenda item for them. And certainly for all the educators out there, we look for your help in being change agents and helping share the best practices as we move forward. I think for each of us as we go back, I guess I'd ask you to think about just a couple of things. You know, if not you, who's going to do this? And, you know, if not now, when? And if not, is the crisis going to go away? And I just suggest that the country's future is literally in the hands of the people in this room. And I just encourage all of you to use that power extraordinarily wisely. Thanks. I think with that, I'll turn it back to Governor Warner.
Well, I promise I'm the last up. And I thank you, and particularly thank all of you for knowing everybody's schedule, hanging in for a half an hour after our designated end time. Very brief comments. Thanks again to the staffs from all of the organizations, NGA, Achieve, the Business Roundtable, ECS, the Hunt Institute, for making this possible, for not only all of the participants but the observers who have been through this process. A couple of quick comments. One thing that was remarkable was the amount of unanimity there was in terms of recognizing this was a problem, recognizing we got to raise standards, recognizing it's going to take more than nibbling around the edges to get it done. Great news there. Where are some of the challenges? Taking all of these great ideas to scale, and whether it's through the American Diploma Project, whether it's through the very generous $42 million and growing amount from the foundations to help implement these changes, I think we've got a tool. The action agendas that were worked on at lunch, we will be monitoring and want to be back to you on a regular basis on seeing action in your respective states. A couple areas where we think we need still some improvement. Tremendous support from business. We need to broaden it to make sure we've got, as we move forward, small business as well, perhaps better represented here. I think one of the, I see Charlie Reed, and there's others around the room, we need more folks from higher ed as well. Those of us who are governors and policymakers in this room, as we think about higher ed's role in training the teachers, principals, superintendents, as we think about higher ed's role in terms of working with us to make sure there's a better connection between high school and secondary school, we've got to make that happen. Final point is, and as I got the 3-minute highline sign there, the real question is going to be, will we take the energy here and make it happen in our respective states? Come this July, the National Governors Association will be meeting again in Des Moines. Part of that meeting will be a follow-up to everything we've talked about here, and will be the chance for states to demonstrate whether the great ideas that we've shared today have really been implemented beyond that single successful school or that single successful school division, really all across the state. The economic imperative that was laid out by Bill Gates yesterday, if that's not a reason for us to keep this on the front burner, I don't know what is. Final thanks to David Gergen for helping us and being a continuing participant in these education summits. Let's thank David. Thank you very much. Thank you all. We are adjourned. Thank you very much.